before disgraced crypto bro Sam Bankman-Fried became disgraced crypto bro Sam Bankman-Fried, who blew $8 billion, he and his brother were apparently planning on riding out the apocalypse, or whatever you want to call it, on an island nation of Nauru. That's right, they were planning on buying a nation and just kind of chilling in a bunker. But hey, I've heard crazier out of other billionaires, or I mean former billionaires. So this is according to new court filings. Bankman-Fried had chalked out how he would purchase the island nation of Nauru come the great fire or flood, or he would move himself and his colleagues in the effective altruism movement into a bunker there to wait out the apocalypse. We're now seeing this because of all of the court filings in bankruptcy court and whatnot. And this was one piece of this outline of a future of survival of his company FTX, which lol, never made it. And also kind of, let's dig into what this effective altruism stuff is. But according to the memo, the ultimate strategy was to, quote, purchase the sovereign nation of Nauru in order to construct a bunker/shelter that would be used for some event where 50 to 99.99% of the people die, to ensure that most effective altruists survive. Can you imagine? End of the world and Sam Bankman-Fried's the only one there. I think I would like to see the end of the human race. But anyway, the memo also mentions plans to develop sensible regulation around human genetic enhancement and build a lab there. What? Noting that perhaps, quote, there are other things it's useful to do with a sovereign country too. So let's find out more about the island. I'd never heard of this island. Nauru is the world's smallest island state, located in southwestern Pacific Ocean, 3,000 kilometers north of Australia. It has a population of fewer than 11,000 people who live in a land area of 21 square kilometers and has been ravaged by decades of phosphate mining. Fun, so I'm sure just send more billionaires over, they're gonna set it straight. In fact, actually it's been a place for money laundering for a while. In 1998, some $70 billion was illegally transferred from Russian banks to accounts of banks chartered in Nauru to evade taxes. At the time, money laundering was not a criminal offense in the country, but in 2002, the US Treasury designated Nauru a money laundering state, leading to the closure of the Bank of Nauru in 2006. Womp, womp, womp. So SBF really trying to, make Nauru a thing again, this time with the bunker. And this has been kind of a thing, you guys, like billionaires trying to build bunkers to ride out the climate chaos that their greed helped to foment. And this seems to be even more of a crazy pipe dream than the idea that, crypto PACs were gonna save us. But hell, lots of Democrats took his money. So what do you guys think?
Okay, so first of all, $8 billion and he didn't have enough money for a haircut. So, curious choices.
I kind of liked his sort of fro-ish look. How dare you, Cenk?
Okay, all right, to each his own though, to each his own. I'm a lib, I believe in freedom. Okay, now, I'm not judging. Nauru, they're like, okay, we're gonna ride out any kind of event that might wipe out population in this small, tiny island surrounded by water. The event that would most likely wipe out 50 to 99% of the population is climate change. And the very first island that would sink would be Nauru. Oops, okay, anyway, great plan. Just like your plan on FTX, nailed it. Okay, but my favorite part of the story is effective altruism. So let me read you a description here. And I think it's from QZ.com. And I think you'll find it equally amusing. His philosophy of choice, effective altruism, encourages members to accumulate a lot of wealth. Of course it does. It's a good start. Let's see what they do with it. So they can distribute it to the less privileged people around them. Except for the fact that in his plan, the less privileged people are all dead. Okay, where's the altruism part of this? In other words, let's just take all the money, run away into a bunker, and
plan
screw
B.
them all.
Just put the money in your pocket. That's plan B. Well, if nobody's around, I can just, I'll hang on to it.
But like they're the most altruistic of all humans. So like it's good that they survive because the kindest should survive. No, man, we know from like every apocalypse movie that the people who survive, well, of course the hero, because it's Hollywood, but always like the douchebags are the ones surviving, It's the Billy Zanes who are like, I have a child, but he just grabbed the child to like, get away in Titanic. Like that's who survives, the most selfish. I've always thought like we do need to get billionaire or millionaire or just like, let's say tech money. We need to be better. The left needs to be better at like fundraising from people who have real money and would like a place to put it, But like, I love the way they reverse engineer being altruistic and generous. Like first I'll get money and you're gonna have to be poor because of it. But then once I get money, I'll buy you a pair of shoes.
Well, the reality is there is altruism built into our system that's based on tax write-offs. That's why you'll see so many, if you go up to San Francisco, there's Zuckerberg General Hospital and there's a bunch of other stuff, and there's a lot of money from tech billionaires getting dumped into various altruistic enterprises. Not to say they're not good, but I'm just saying that they do receive, they're kind of forced, if you will, because of these incredible tax benefits to do this, to dump a lot of this money. But I love that Cenk mentioned to me this front and center issue, which is that you would go to the South Pacific. Brother, you are going to be underwater. The whole planet is going to be engulfed by these climate crises in one way or another. And if you're going to the Southern Pacific, you're going to see it. You got a front row center court seat to see it.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I know other wealthy folks who believe in climate change and are really worried. You know where they're buying property? Alaska, because they thought it through. Okay, so, and by that leads to this idea of the masters of the universe. Like these finance guys, FTX and crypto and Bitcoin. I got this thing figured out. I'm so smart. Okay, finance guys, I have $8 billion. I'm a genius, right? And our media plays into it. The rich are so smart. Oh my God, they're amazing. They're great men. No, he was a dumbass. And I mean, the world's worst plan for, it's like a Dr. Evil character. I will hide from climate change in the first island that sinks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that plan is the worst plan of all time. Effective altruism is the most obvious joke of all time. I'll take all the money first, and if any of you survive, maybe I'll help you. That's altruism? You're a goddamn joke. And then he took 1,000 chances, and then one of those, or many of those chances didn't work out, and then his business collapsed. He's facing very serious criminal charges. But the minute before he was caught, everyone painted him as some sort of hero, genius, etc. So the next time they're telling you somebody's a genius just because they're rich, remember Sam Bankman-Fried. It's a lot of BS.
Thank you.
Nonstop propaganda in favor of the wealthy. They're not that smart.
Thank you. I just think, I feel like I'm so glad the crypto bubble burst. Like, I'm sorry for the people who were duped into this, including, again, politicians from the right and the left, or Democrats and Republicans. But I'm just like, we were all just kind of going along with it. Like it was perfectly normal. And there's Super Bowl ads for, cryptocurrency left and right. And like, what? And like, there you have it. It was all based on a lie, and it was based on BS, and it nearly got through. Like he wanted to go legit with crypto, and he nearly did it. He didn't want no regulation. He just wanted to normalize an incredibly volatile currency that should never existed in the first place. And I can't believe it still does. And it's just like, we just, again, he can fundraise and he's like a nerd, and I don't know where he went to a fancy school. You give him money. You know what? One of the places that he got money for, this is FTX's foundation, got $30,000 to send to an individual, or one of the individuals who work with him, to write a book about how to figure out humans' utility functions. The hell? Like what? What are you talking about? Let's figure out a human's utility function. Like, stop trying to reinvent, like solving problems that don't exist. Trying to, like, $30,000, man. I could write a book for $30,000.
Is Franny saying that my Dogecoin is not going to come back, Cenk? I'm writing it out. I think there's a good buying opportunity right now, but I know it's not that kind of show. But
everyone hit up Mark
on the Mark Thompson Show.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thoughts here. First off, on like how legitimate he was being treated. he had given tons of money to establishment Democrats, and they used it to defeat progressives in the primary, including our own Nina Turner, who's now part of the TYT network. He spent a lot of money trying to defeat her because he wanted the crooked Democrats to win because they were going to let him do whatever he wanted with Bitcoin. And he said, he later admitted, oh, I gave it to the Democrats for good PR and because I could basically neutralize them. And then secretly he was giving tons of money to Republicans. But what was the press reporting? And what were the Democrats saying? Sam Bankman-Fried, genius, FTX owner, wonderful humanitarian altruist. Why? Because they were literally getting bribed by him. And that's how this system works. And finally, to the idea of all these billionaires, not all of them, but a lot of them being shockingly unintelligent. I mean, Elon Musk, what was his genius idea for climate change? He said, oh, I'm gonna build SpaceX so we can go to Mars. Dude, the worst case scenario on Earth is climate change is so bad, we turn into Mars. How does going to Mars
go somewhere hotter?
Yeah, Mars is hotter. Yes. That's so dumb. Oh, I got a great idea for climate change. I'm gonna go to the sun. And then he lost $44 billion right in front of our eyes with Twitter. These guys are not that bright. It's all marketing.
I really like the Cenk nerd tech bro voice. Like I don't think I've seen that before.
The nerd
but
bro
I really like
voice is good. I think I still like the kind of backwoods right winger kind of voice. He does a pretty good impression of that too. Cenk is playing the greatest hits today.
He really is.
Okay, well, thank you guys. I usually get criticism and not compliments for it, so I'll take it and run. You'll never see me again. I'm buying Nauru right now. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.